Hi guys, it's Donnie G from Green Room Productions. Today I'm going to be discussing with you how to set up a live stream for Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. I personally use LiveStream for Warzone. I mean, that's playing right behind me right now. I'm going to also discuss what type of software you need to use and then also what type of hardware you need to use. I'm just going to show you exactly what I use for my budget. Your budget can be different, so I'll explain to you just different type of ways if you have different type of equipment that you can use. In order to get that accomplished as well. Now, in order to do my setup, I personally use a HDMI input and output just because I'm using a PlayStation 4 in order to take it through the graphics card and then back into my monitor so I can actually see what the hell I'm playing. I have an HDMI in and an HDMI out. Now, as far as a camera, I use an external one. When I first started out, I ended up using my webcam that's on my iMac behind me. But in order for me to get a higher quality resolution and all that kind of stuff for my live stream, I ended up using the camera that I'm using right now, which is a Canon Rebel EOS. I think this is a SL3 that I have. And in order to get the video from that camera, I have to use a separate capture card for this one as well. So this would be connected through my HDMI cord into that camera that I'm using right now, and that would run into my computer and use that for the live stream video as well. I do also use separate audio to capture my voice and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be a Shure SM7B that I use. All this stuff is like more or less a little bit higher end than what you can typically start with. That's not to say that you can't do it with something else. That's just personally what I use because I have an addiction to audio equipment and all that kind of stuff. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you the software that I use. Pretty much an industry standard as far as streamers are concerned. And I'll show you where to download that as well. It's actually going to be called OBS. And that's what I use to actually capture all my live stream and set that up. So I'm going to go ahead and hop on the computer and show you exactly where to download that at, and then also how to install it and then set it up as well so you can use it. All right, guys, VoiceOver Donnie here. I'm going to tell you to go to Google, and then I'm going to tell you to type in OBS. And then once you do that, click on the download link. Click on if you're a Windows user or a Apple user, and then click the download link. I already have OBS on my computer, so I'm not going to show you me installing that. Just follow the prompts. But I'm going to show you here quickly. If you wanted to just stream just your actual screen that's on your computer, you would just click that and you would just add that on there. So right now I'm actually mirroring my desktop. So I can show you that, guys, as well. So speaking of show you guys that, I show you audio capture. Go to Google, type in I show you audio capture. And then you're going to click on the first link there for you. Then you're going to go ahead and click on the download installer. Click allow. I already have this, just being nice to show you guys. And then download it. Follow the download prompts, yada, 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 yada. I'm not going to complete that because I already have it on my computer like I mentioned. But you just click like the download and then go forward from there. So in order to know that you actually installed that software onto your computer, you're going to go to System Preferences. You're going to click on sound. On your output and input, it's going to show you, I show you audio capture. What that's going to do is be able to tie in multiple inputs to the same output for you. So go ahead and click on the spotlight search and then type in MIDI. After you type in MIDI, you're going to go ahead and hit the create aggregate device. Once you created the aggregate device, then you can select what inputs you have. In my instance, I use the Scarlett, so I'm going to add my Scarlett. And then I'm going to add the I show you. So that way they're linked together. Now, Logic Pro is going to be like, yo, Donnie, what are you doing right now? And it's hanging out in the back. So I'm going to move that out of the way. I'm going to click don't use, testing myself. And we're going to quit that. So get that out of the way. I already have one set up. It's labeled streaming. If you wanted to reset yours or label it, just label it streaming. It's the easiest way for you to find it. That's my setup that I currently have. So go ahead and switch over to my Logic. Like I said, I use a SM7B for my output. That's what I'm using right now. So I'm going to go into preferences. After we go into preferences, I'm going to go ahead and set my output to streaming, right? My input still needs to be on Scarlett because that's where my audio source is coming into the computer. Now my outgoing is actually going to be going to the streaming setup that I have. Now I'm going to go into my PlayStation 4. And I'm going to adjust my settings here because if I don't adjust this, I will not have any audio output going through my HDMI because it would only be going through my headset. So I'm going to switch that to TV amplifier. Now that that's all set up, I'm going to go ahead and exit out of there. And I am going to add a webcam video of my face.
this is the easiest way to show you this way, just so you could see how most users would typically start out, right? You typically have a web camera that's connected either to your PC or your Mac. So there I am. There's Travis, the vape lord in the back, blowing some sweet smoke chemtrails. And I'm going to add that in there. So all I did was clicked on the plus icon right there and then added that source in there. So now that I have this video display of me through my webcam, I can adjust it accordingly, crop it however I see fit, adjust my angle, yada, yada, yada. Could put it anywhere I want. Look at me go, Donnie G. What's up? Yeah, I'm crazy like that. What's good? So now that I adjusted that around and everything, I'm going to grab my controller and pretend like I'm about to play a game. But I'm not yet, because now we need to go to live video. This is a very important part once you set up your OBS and all the other little hoops that you have to jump through. So in order to stream, you have to use a stream key. So stream key right there for you. You would click that and you would copy it. Once you copy that, you're going to go into your settings on OBS. You go to stream. Then you're going to paste that stream key onto OBS's settings, correct? Right. So that's already set up. I'm not going to deal you with mine, but that's what it is for you. So I'm going to click OK. Exit out of there. We're all set on that end. Look, you go, Danny G. I'm proud of you, buddy. Now, all you have to do is hit start streaming. Now, because the stream key that you're using is from Facebook, Facebook will automatically pick up that streaming video, right? It's tethered pretty much. So once that's tethered, you'll actually see a preview image right there in the lower right-hand corner. That's going to show you that you're actually getting the video and audio coming in from OBS. And then you're going to go ahead and click Go Live. In this instance, I'm not going to actually be streaming, so I'm just doing only me. But you can be public, friends accept people you don't like, whatever. You know, sometimes people hurt your feelings. It's whatever. So you would just click Go Live, and then boom. You're going to be live after this wheelie spinny thing goes on for a bit. There we go. So now I'm live, right? Nobody can see me because I'm on only. But that's how you're going to do it, guys. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the bottom of this video. I will have links in the description to show you exactly where to go as far as OBS. I show you audio capture. And then, yeah, I can even list some of the equipment that I use here as well. If you guys have any questions or anything, just let me know. That's Donnie G from Green Room Productions. You guys have a good one.